Have we seen the peak of the real estate market? Hey, it's Robbie Breaux with Robbie Breaux and team at eXp Realty. I wanted to jump in and take a look at some of the things that have been happening for 2022's market. You know, as everybody knows, 2021 has been absolutely bananas. We've been seeing a trend that's running at a similar pace, even though we've had a little bit of an uptick in interest rate for mortgages. So let's jump right in. 351 home sales compared to 324 this time last year for February versus February. That represents an 8.3% increase. Cumulative year to date, we've sold 13.3% more homes than we did this time last year. And that's for, all sales that are reported to MLS. Dollar volume tells us a similar story. Or actually a little bit better of a story. 96.5 million compared to 80.2 million. That's a 20.4% increase month over month. 24% increase year over year. So January through the end of February. We're selling more homes and we're selling them at a much higher rate. And that's going to show up, when we talk about, even our average sales price. That's up 9.5%. We're from 269,600 versus 246,100 this time last year. So our price points are moving up. Our total dollar volume is moving up. Even the number of homes that are coming off the market or selling is also up in double digits. So the other thing that we like to take a look at is leading indicators, things that are, where are we going to be heading? What do we need to take a look at to see where the market is heading here for Lafayette Parish? So new homes on the market, think of it as the sign that pops in the yard. Last year, we had 368 homes that were listed for sale. This year, we're at 326. That's a decrease of 11.4%. So the available pool of homes that are out there, or the things that buyers have to be able to choose from, is down 11.5%. While homes coming off the markets where a buyer and a seller have a meeting of the minds, we were up 1.5% compared to this time last year. We're actually up 6% year to date. So what's happening is, even though we're not getting that big double-digit increase in sales like we were this time last year, which is expected. It's not necessarily a healthy thing to see 25, 30% month over month over month over month. We're kind of leveling off a little bit, but we're still having a pretty big gap between homes that are coming off the market or coming onto the market versus homes that are coming off the market. So we saw a decrease in the supply, increase in the demand. That means there's even fewer homes to be able to choose from than there were this time last year. And that shows up in the statistics as well. There's 20% fewer homes on the market during February 2022 compared to February 2021. In addition, we're also seeing the time on market that these homes are getting listed is also cut in half. 58 days last year, 29 days this year. So for those of you guys that happen to have a home on the market, something to kind of think about, it's going to be, if you're sitting on the market for 30, 40, 60, 80, 90 days, more than likely it's going to be a price point issue, or it could be a combination of price and condition. So, there's two different types of showings that we like to get, that we get judged on as agents. It's how many feet walk through the door, but the first actual showing pops up when they happen to see you online, whether it's through Facebook or virtual tours or the videos or Zillow or Realtor.com or all the other sites. People are taking a look to see if it's worth their time to go and drive by. If they choose not to, you as the consumer don't necessarily have the ability to see, did they choose you or not? They just didn't go. All you know is that we're missing out on some foot traffic. So that decision is made. They're not going to look at every single house that's on the market, even though our inventory level is significantly down. So something to think about. One of the other things that's been a real hot topic has been mortgage rates. We're in the low to mid fours on a 30-year conventional, high threes, right at 4% sometimes on a 15-year. Government is in the low fours. That's FHA, VA, rural development. At the time of this shoot, this is kind of where the rates are right now. It is changing rapidly, day by day by day. I believe, one of our preferred lenders actually told me they had notice to lock 6 times in the last week. So it's, the bond market is really struggling, which ends up pushing up our rates. We're going to have somebody come on probably next week so we can go in and jump into that into a little bit further detail. So we're going to probably start seeing a little bit more of an increase in the total number of homes that are coming on the market now that Mardi Gras is over. We're into full swing for spring season. So if you guys or any of you guys are kicking around what your equity position happens to look like, still a great time to be able to sell. There's some strategies that we have available to keep an eye out on things that are coming up for sale. Y'all have heard me talk about red ocean, blue ocean. Red ocean has been everything that's showing up on MLS. A lot of them are getting multiple offers. Blue oceans are the things that are not necessarily up for sale. We've been able to successfully help quite a few people over the last couple of months to find things that weren't necessarily on the market yet. So if you're interested in checking out some of those or getting an idea what your equity position's worth, you can either call me direct on my personal cell, 337-658-5690. Shoot us an email, robbie@robbiebreaux.com. You can also shoot me a direct message. I look forward to connecting with you soon, and thanks so much. Y'all have a great day.